Hey, Mama.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Marge.
Hey.
Hey, guys. We are back. Today is Sunday. We've been to church. We all have on our Black History African attire. And so we thought we would jump in before we change into our casual wear so we could watch the Super Bowl. But we wanted to go ahead and give you your moment. We have my sister Margie here with us. And this segment is, we're going to talk about her because the question we kept getting over and over was in reference to my sister Margie. Okay? And Margie is how old, Mama? 67?
Around.
67, right?
Right.
Okay, all right. And so the question that came in was, how did you first know that Margie was special needs? And Mama, how old are you?
I'm 102 years old, and last of March I'll be 103.
Okay. All right. So back then, when Margie was born, like I said, she's 67, she'll be 68. They didn't have a lot of programs, in the works for special needs children. So what was the first sign that you knew that something was different or unique about Margie?
Well, one thing about the sign, her eyes was crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Her tongue, it was crossed. When you talk to her, she would be looking cross-eyed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I carried her up there to the health department, and they looked at her and they said something had it tied, a little something had it tied.
Mm-hmm.
And so they told me to bring Margie in, and they operated on her eyes and clipped that little what's in there was a hole, and they clipped it in two, and our eyes come back straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got some glasses to put on her, and put them glasses on her. Whoo, she had up it. Oh, she just laughed and cut up and going on because she could see better. Because when she eyes were crossed, when she talked to you, she'd be looking at you cross-eyed.
Okay, all right. So that was one of the physical things that they knew were different. And going back to, I remember that when we were in school, you and Daddy had a conversation because they didn't have a lot of programs for kids for special needs. But when they finally had one, I remember you and Daddy having a conversation is that you were 100% for Margie going to school, but Daddy had reservations because he was afraid that the people would make fun of her. Is that right?
Right.
Right. So you kept on and you insisted, and she went. And what was it like when she went to school?
She would look like she was kind of glad to be around the children, because there were a lot of children there, and she could play around with them.
Right. She was very happy because I think growing up, we weren't sure of what all Margie could do. But once she went to school, they learned her things that she would need to do every day. They learned her how to sweep, how to wash dishes. And I remember she was so happy, because before we were doing everything for her. But when she came home, she would wash dishes, she would sweep, and we would all brag on her. And so Margie, she has just went past all the benchmarks. Right, Margie?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. And then somebody asked, they wanted to know if she was nonverbal. No, she can definitely speak. Right, Margie?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. And so Margie loves babies. It's getting hot. Margie loves babies. She's helped raise every baby in the family. And she's a giver. She's always giving. If we go to church, we used to check her purse because she had an apple. She had something to give somebody at church. As a matter of fact, this morning, on the way to church, I noticed last week she had a picture, and so I had her put it back. And so this week, and I finally said, Margie, okay, go ahead and take it. And then, so she took it to give to somebody else. Okay. So, but with Margie, like I said, Margie has excelled, and yes, she can talk. She, helps with around the house. groceries, anything we need. And she has been that constant companion to Mama. You know, when all of us went, you know, to college or they got married, Margie's always been here with you, right, Mama?
Right.
Okay, all right. And so, like I said, she is, like I said, she's just always been there for, like, the kids. They love their Aunt Margie, and she looks forward to holding babies and everything like that. Now, there is one video that I want you guys to go back and watch. And that was a special prayer that Mama prayed in reference to Margie. And we're not going to go completely into it, Mama, but what was that prayer? The prayer about you wanted the Lord to take her.
Oh, she just around the house and just lay around the house, and she loved me and want to stay with me. And I always pray to the Lord that let me outlive her, because see, if I go, and she would grieve herself to death by, because she was so much close to me.
Mm-hmm. And then also, Mama was concerned that there wouldn't be anybody to take care of Margie the way that she had. But I made a promise to you and her. What was that? That I would take
that she would take care of her and see after.
That's right. That's right. And so that's what we've been doing, you know, so far. When you see me, chances are you're going to see Mama and you're going to see Margie. It's the three, my family calls us the 3 M's, and that's Maxine, Mama, and Margie and everything. So we wanted to just do this segment because people have been asking about Margie. They love Margie, and they followed her story. And one of the stories that she came through was last year is that she had breast cancer. So she beat breast cancer. She's cancer free. And so, I mean, she's just a survivor on so many levels. So on this special Sunday, we wanted to take this time out to answer that question that people had out there, because we know that there are people who have special needs children, and just to know that you can make it. You know that God always has a ram in the bush. He always has a way made for that child. The Bible says that before he even created the child in the belly, he knew them. So he has a plan. So we want to encourage anybody out there that has special needs children. Don't worry. God has a plan. Right. So this is just our history for tonight. And we aren't going to be long, because we know you guys are getting ready to go watch the Super Bowl. And you have lots of good food. And so we will be back tomorrow. And so we say bye-bye. Bye-bye.